One of your topics that you mentioned, which I just recorded an episode not too long ago on the topic of in-laws. Do you talk about this topic? Because I didn't know that you did, but you listed that as one of your things.
So I just started this series, okay?
Okay, what is it?
December. It's called Monster-in-Law.
Okay.
So I don't have monster-in-laws. I have an angel of a mother-in-law.
Same. Like, I don't have issues with in-laws at all.
Yeah, like I tell people, like my mother-in-law was put on earth to be a grandma. Like she's fantastic. But when the holidays started approaching, I kept seeing stories about like, oh, I don't want to go to my in-laws. It's the holidays. It's a rough time for me. And so I had started growing my Instagram page, and I'm really active on stories on there. So I said, I'm doing a little social experiment. If you have a horror story with your monster-in-law, send it to me. And the floodgates went open wide, and every story that I was getting more and more in shock.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I have to do more than one episode. This is going to be like a 300-part series because these stories just keep coming. I'm literally, I probably have over 2,000 DMs.
So are you telling the story?
Yes. So like people will submit them to me anonymously. Like, well, I know who they are, but they don't care.
Yeah.
I tell them anonymously.
Okay.
And they've been crazy. I'll be on episode 6. But it has blown up. Like,
so do they like type out the whole story like in a DM?
Yeah, some of them are too long for me to put into a series because I have like 2 minutes, right? 2-3 minutes.
Right, yeah.
And I try to get like 4 or 5 different little segments in there. But like one of them that literally made my jaw drop was a woman walked in on her mother-in-law nursing her baby.
Stop. Stop.
I swear to God. It's horrifying.
Did she call the police?
I was like, that is like that's assault, right? Like that's SA. Like what do you do? And like why? What possessed that woman to try to feed her grandchild from the
tap? I don't know, but I feel like a psychologist needs to be involved.
Literally. Oh no, some of them are crazy.
That is wild. Like when you hear about like personality, you know, it's kind of like, ooh, someone might have a personality disorder. Like that's common, but that is
next level. And
I feel
it wasn't just one person that sent me that. Multiple people sent me that.
Stop.
Yes, it's a very, very entertaining series, and I actually went live today, and I was talking about that I had intentions of starting it for like entertainment purposes because people love hearing like juicy gossip, right? But it's turned into a series that has helped so many people. Yeah. I've gotten, in addition to all of the like story requests, I've gotten so many people saying, thank God you started this. And I have so many other women that are going through something similar.
You know what you should do?
What?
This is just me like thinking, and I'm going to look right now to see if there's a podcast called Monster-in-Law.
I would love that.
Oh, okay, no, there's no podcast called Monster-in-Law. No, what I was thinking was, you know how people do just like a season of a podcast?
Yes.
So like that could be like a full season is just like these stories, and you either have the person call in to tell it anonymously, kind of like Armchair Anonymous, or you just retell the story yourself. Yeah.
I love, because that's kind of my like that is my niche, is storytelling.
Yeah.
I have like big dramatics. I edit things very like strategically to make it flow good.
No, that would be so cool. Like kind of like how Dax does Armchair Anonymous, because the thing about having them call in to then tell the story to you is that now you can ask questions.
Yes, you can.
Which like furthers the story.
Another layer. It's another layer.
Yeah.
Because like how there had to have been something that happened before that. Like there had to have been signs that this woman was like not right in the head, right?
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
And I'm always curious about were there issues before you had a child, or did this start? Because a lot of the times it seems like the issues start once
There's
have
a baby. Yeah.
And like in-laws feel entitled.
Yes.
That's like a huge issue.
There's something I like to say. Your title to my child does not make you entitled to my child.
Yeah.
And I've said that, like, some of these women, you gotta reel it in. Like, these are not your babies.
Yeah.
These are your grandbabies. And if you want to continue having access to them, respect my boundaries.
Yeah.
Nursing a grandchild is weird.
Oh, no, weird. I can't. Stop. I'm not going to sleep tonight. Literally not going to sleep.
You need to go watch the series.
I will. Like, I was not expecting that. I was like, oh, what's she going to say? And then I was like, the horror.
It is. Some of them are truly so horrifying. Like, honestly, it's crazy. And now I have people saying, like, can you do this about sister-in-laws? Can you do this about father-in-laws?
Interesting.
And I'm like, yes, I can. Like, I will absolutely do about all of the in-laws. Give it to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's been a fun series, and it's truly just blown up. Like, the first episode, I think I grew 30K followers from it, 30 or 40.
Holy shit.